the totems on site. There are so many tricky corners and sort of areas you'll like. Well, you always see the teleporters, right? You know, they are very prominent on this map. Now Prox1mo going for that chunky start, going with Scale Bearer immediately, and he's definitely caught sight of the fact that the Dire Orb has been used up. So now he's got a rocket launcher, he's got all that health. I do expect Prox1mo to be quite aggressive, trying to head him off, catch sight of him. Still plenty of health left to work with. Even with 108, he can tank another rocket, but looking to be a little bit safe. Get that health back, get some of the armor back. Become dangerous for later. Rynir as well. Health versus armor, both about to respawn. The question is, who's going to take this first blood? Who's going to set the pace for how this round is going to be played? It's a Ranger versus Scale Bearer matchup. I mean, you don't tend to see this quite often. But Ranger being quite a popular character himself. Have a look at this team comp, right, where you've got Scale Bearer yet to be picked by Rynir, but on the flip side, Prox1mo yet to go in for that Blaskovic's pick as well. Is he going to teleport? No! Good mind games there. But actually quite bold. Prox1mo didn't turn around. He was confident that Rynir was not going to teleport to that Dire Orb. Predictive rush. Is he going to try and catch him? Not quite. I think, if anything, you just wanted to get as close to the heavy armor as possible. We see Scale Bearers do that quite a lot, using that ability just to secure these big power-ups. Catching him with a lightning gun, not doing a massive amount of damage, but the machine gun will add to it though. Well, that's the one element of Corrupt they keep. The heavy machine gun really does take that almost railgun style role, in that it's a high damage weapon that has hit scan from range, far distance. But normally you'd see people swap to the rails straight away there, but the machine gun is the option now. All the rockets going through a Dire Orb. Is he going to teleport? No, he doesn't, and Rynir goes down. Prox1mo with that comfortable first frag, and both pickups seconds away from respawning. Going in with the charge. Is he going to catch him off guard? Heads him off. No, not quite. A little bit too far away, but that Scale Bearer mirror. However, Prox1mo with just way more health to work with. He's looking a little bit more dangerous in this mirror match at the moment. Oh, he was waiting for him. There's that charge, that 1v1, just that guaranteed burst adding to it, and Rynir is able to pick that one up. That's just one of the uses of that bull rush charge in that 1v1 situation, just using it for that instant burst, point blank. Prox1mo wastes no time going in for that Blaskovic's pick though, because it's the shredding this champion down as much as possible. I mean, two rockets, two lightning guns on this map. We've seen how much health gets taken down already by that dual wheel. Who's got the barrier to stop it. It's like Sorlag, who has the bunny hop to just speed away as fast as she can. It's a Scale Bearer. If he doesn't have that rush, he's not going anywhere. Speaking of the rush, aggressively, is it going to connect? He misses! Oh, this is a bad situation for him to be in. The double wield is popped, and Prox1mo is going to take that kill upon seeing that charge miss, and he's going to clean it up. I think that was just finally by herself. I think that was a really nice reaction. Going in for Totem actually, and the Totem didn't really have a chance to do anything. That was a fantastic spawn for Prox1mo. Just catching Galena almost immediately. Trying to deny the area with the Totem, but just didn't get a chance to do anything. But that reaction, the second he saw the bull rush miss, and he knows now that Scale Bearer has no escape options, that is when Prox1mo went in for the kill. Indeed, but once again a good respawn though for Prox1mo, able to get himself the heavy machine gun and the mega health straight away. We can see it. Oh no, there we go, he's going for the fight! No! Double wield! He's alive! He is still alive! I was about to say, where even is his health on that spectator right there? Already forced onto Scale Bearer. That's the first time I literally haven't seen a shred of blue, yet he survives. Oh, but he's caught on the teleport. That's quite an early spawn. Is he going to try and punish this? It's going to be kind of hard for him to get away. LG, though. He does have some weapon. I was about to say, it was going to be kind of difficult to get away, but he was able to sort of like evade him a little bit, but heading him off immediately with the rocket takes reduced damage because the bull rush does sort of limit the damage take in the middle of that animation. Straight up halves how much damage you take can be useful, especially against something like a rocket launcher. But this time, Prox1mo caught up here instead, but that's really well played by Rynir, just staying outside of that LG range, establishing that sort of distance and keeping him stuck there. Look at how much damage Prox1mo's taken. I know Rynir took some as well, but I feel like that was well played. Heavy armor going to be up in a few seconds though. Doesn't look like Prox1mo quite has the timings on it, but you can see he's there waiting. Heavy armor is picked up. Is he going to take this fight? He's getting aggressive. There's the charge. Oh, it misses again. No, that's so unfortunate. If only the charge collided, Prox1mo no doubt would have died. But hang on, he's caught Galena on a spawn again. Right behind it, going dual. Galena, bear in mind, no passive or ability to act as mobility tools. She's kind of free to this damage, unless she can duck like right there. But look how much he's just keeping her controlled. Going in for the cheeky little armor, but either way, that was 2 for 2, a spawn that Rynir does not want with Galena at all. It was unfortunate though, he's going to try and tag him down. Heavy armor again is picked up, but didn't save him last time. I wonder if in this round we saw the Blaskovic's picked first, because we almost predicted Rynir to go in for Scale Bearer. Oh, there's that 1v1. Rynir is able to take this though with that rocket launcher. Health's coming up to the totem there also. So if he can really start to keep this momentum going, maybe he can take this round in return. But a bit of a comeback on the cards as Prox1mo now comes on this Ranger. Oh, gets caught. That could be a kill. He's done big damage and takes Prox1mo out again, down to the final champion, which is going to be Scalebearer. But if Rynir catches him early before he can stack and before he can get important weapons, he might be all right. Wasn't quite caught. There we go. The totem goes down on the mega health, just trying to stop Prox1mo from picking that up. I actually really like the totem placement down by the mega as well, because if you get caught in a bad situation, you can actually heal yourself up by trying to do it. Going in with a charge, misses it. A nice dodge as well, forcing him to get rid of that. But a difference there though, like when Prox1mo saw that he missed the charge, he actually ran away from the fight. He could die here. No, he misses the rocket. Heavy Armor comes through, tries to stop him, doesn't jump down. Prox1mo still alive. The totem saved his life. The totem saved him. Prox1mo is so weak. A super shotgun from even really close will do it. Does he get it? Yes! Oh my god, he has turned into blue goo as Rynir is going to take that round in return from a full 3-champion comeback. That totem saved him. I mean, like, if you can put a totem down and stand on it, I mean, it heals you for 50, right? So if it heals you for 50 and you stand on heavy armor, you've just got basically 100 armor, 50 health. He was almost dead. He could not have afforded to take a single rocket after that, but it was just such an amazing job of just giving him back to almost full health immediately, and that saved him. All Prox1mo as well, though, taking all up his alley, but Rynir, that one character comeback, Rynir proving too strong. Catches a really good rocket, hang on, Prox1mo in a bad situation, doesn't quite get the mid-air, so he's still in danger. Prox1mo trying to fend him away with the dual wield, and he did manage to survive that exchange. It looks like trading mega health for heavy armor. We see that quite often, just conceding it. Obviously you can't be at both at once unless you're a ranger and have that dire orb thrown in a certain way. I don't know if you can do that on this map though. Both players playing a very sort of slow game, trying to really listen out for where the other guy is. However, definitely caught sight of him. Rynir using that dire orb to try and switch sides a little bit unpredictably. Does manage to get a good rocket. However, can it survive? No! Prox1mo with the dual wield takes him out immediately and gets heavy armor. It's almost deceiving, right? Just how much damage this champion can output. Oh, catches him on the spawn. He does have the rush. Is he going to need to use it though? He has taken so much damage. Wow. And yeah, deleted. Prox1mo with a much better start. Once again, though, Galena by herself, but we've already seen it happen, that full comeback. She's got to do it again. She has deceiving comeback potential. I mean, normally you do see these champions. One of the things that doesn't hold Galena back as such, because the terms are fantastic, but she hasn't got a passive that gives her movement. She hasn't got an ability that gives her movement. It's all about damage or healing, and that's it. But it's just the sheer level of sustainability she has. It's what's been keeping her alive throughout this entire match. The rocket's going to track her down. Not quite going to connect though, Rynir. Oh, there's that door. This is going to be death. I don't think she can get away from this, and that is going to be a clean round. Prox1mo, but like you said, right, she doesn't have those mobility options. Her passive isn't movement, her ability is movement. If you can catch her out and you have that damage on deck, she will just annihilate. Well, Blazkowicz in particular, actually, I think is a really good answer to her, because it's not so easy for her to get away from his dual wield. I mean, even if she puts a totem down, it's going to be rare for her to like almost sustain that, because he does so much damage. Got the LG early. Definitely what Prox1mo wants. That key weapon to just turn the tide. Oh, the dire orb didn't get a full damage though. Yeah, it takes minimal damage in that exchange. So back up, full health, full armor, he's ready to brawl. Oh, he catches around out, there we go, there's a dual wield, because he used the dire orb before, even though it has a short cooldown. Not short enough to get him out of that situation. He knows that Rynir's likely to go for this rocket launcher, and he does make the read, and he steals the rocket launcher right from under his nose. He doesn't have the weapons to fight, yet here he is trying to do it anyway, and Prox1mo tracks him down with that LG, steals his weapon away, chases him down, does not let him live, and he is dead. Now that's going to be really important for Rynir, actually. The fact that the totem got deleted, it actually has shown him where Prox1mo is on the map. However, again, mega health and heavy armor both spawning at the same time. We're going to probably see a trade here. Yep, that's exactly what we saw. Rynir's likely to have a rocket launcher by now. Bear in mind though, Prox1mo with a super healthy Blazkowicz versus a Galena who, bear in mind, she's stacked, yes, but he's got that dual wield. Again, if he catches her off guard, we will see a frag go immediately. Rynir's going to have to be so careful to make sure he does not get caught. We've already seen this one Galena comeback, but I mean, trying to have to do the same thing for 3 rounds in a row.
Going in for the toe, but it's not going to work. Tries to use it aggressively, but even if it hit Prox1mo, he was going to survive it and no doubt continue that dual wield. So after a couple of really good rounds, Prox1mo does manage to take the map anyway, and now he is up by 1 map. Well, here we go. Prox1mo is currently up 1 map. Blood Run. Rynir would have been selecting that one. But Rynir going in with Ranger first, but Prox1mo going in with Nyx first. Definitely a traditional champion to pick first at the start of a match. She becomes a lot more dangerous once she gets access to the rocket though, because that's definitely the weapon that we see.
Speaking of weapons though, the rail is now back onto play. We're not on Corrupt to keep anymore, so now we're going to go back to this rail.
Yeah,
on the first shot with it. Let's connect.
Rynir just forced to get away from that, doesn't want to take any more of those. And the important thing here actually is that he's denied that rocket launcher. So if you deny that rocket launcher, you don't allow them to sort of pepper it on the mega health, but again, using it aggressively. Are we going to see an LG or another rail?
Oh, tries to get ready to react, but he ever so slightly missed. The heavy armor goes in. Is he getting chased? Oh no, from under there. Rynir trying to get him from below.
Misses a lot of rails right here. Actually, when he came out of the Ghost Walk, I was almost expecting him to go for the LG because he just needed a little bit of health left. But right now he's missed a lot of rails. Rynir punishing Prox1mo. I think there was a little bit of sloppiness when it comes from missing those rails. Every single one of them would have been so pivotal if he just landed it.
Indeed, but there we go. Rynir was just that one step more accurate when it really boiled down to it. Now Prox1mo goes straight in for the Rangers. Now we're going to see them go off with the same champion for a little while. But we can see that he's down there at the bottom. Maybe just trying to catch him. Yeah, he's trying to bait with the heavy armor.
He is waiting for that armor to get taken. Eats a rail in the process, but he's taken all of the armor now, so I don't think he cares too much. And again, these rails are missing over and over. Rynir super stacked. Prox1mo taking more rails. Snap. The aggressive Dire Orb, trying to head him off. Catching him up top, gets another rail. Really clean play. And Rynir's Ranger so far putting in work.
Indeed, he's just being more accurate when it boils down to it, but Prox1mo here, I believe he's just popped his piercing sight, so he's going to know where Rynir's at.
Yeah, using
Rynir heard it, so we're peppering these rockets just to stop him from getting close enough safely.
Using piercing sight early, I think, is just a means to try and not get killed on spawn immediately. Just try and get away safely without running into someone accidentally.
To be fair, that's actually something we saw Prox1mo do himself quite a lot, so he's going to understand the importance of doing that. We've already seen one champion come back though, so don't count Prox1mo out. He is starting to take a lot of damage here. If he gets hit by that rail, no, the rail misses.
Back to back, both players, and the final rail comes out from Rynir again. Now, gonna be honest, I think the rail inclusion has definitely helped a lot.
It's definitely changed things completely, I think, because it does seem to be right. I mean, obviously, it could just be a bad round for him, but Rynir does look a little bit more comfortable on the rails themselves. And it being such a significant weapon, especially against some of these champions, especially that Nyx, you do need to make sure you're making the shots count.
Yeah, he's definitely not going to teleport to that Dire Orb now. He knows Prox1mo collected the Mega. Would have been a bit suicidal, I think. This time, though, Prox1mo more on the money with the rails, but 1 HP. Rynir, if he can get 1 hit, that's what he needs, but misses it. And Prox1mo gets that final tick of Lightning Gun. That rail would have been amazing if he hit it.
As the tides turn, right as Rynir needs a clutch rail to survive, he misses it, and Prox1mo is able to take it away. Oh, and again, so slightly missed.
Both players last minute really forced to use that Ghost Walk. Yeah, I don't blame him at all.
But Prox1mo, we're going to trade it. There's that reactive rocket, and Rynir with the read.
Just knows he's going to be there. I mean, it was likely, right? Oh, what a spawn! Misses the back-to-back. 25 seconds on that piercing sight, so Prox1mo kind of free to run away. A little bit less risky. We'll see what happens.
He picked up weapons though, he's got the rocket, but no, Prox1mo goes down. Rynir, the railgun making all the difference in the world in this map.
Yeah, 100%. He's going to hear that piercing sight. He now knows he's been spotted. I wonder if he actually cares too much, though.
Oh, he's going in for the kill.
Yeah.
He has piercing sight. His escape options are going to be quite limited.
Going in for the jump, expecting the rocket. Gets another one. Can he finish it? No, he's done minimal damage. The 57 is going to do it, but no, still alive. At the last minute, Prox1mo goes down, and I feel like this turnaround has been absolutely superb for Rynir.
2 very swift rounds as well. They were very quick. Oh, it just comes down to the accuracy, but it looks like the longer we go on here, Rynir's getting a little bit more brave, a little bit more confident. It's just going in. I mean, right at the end there, right? He popped his piercing sight just to make sure he couldn't escape, and then he just chased it down.
Always had him off, forcing out the Ghost Walk. Now, Prox1mo did manage to get the heavy armor, but he goes and trades out for the Mega Health, and again, deleted. This is a great round for Rynir so far.
Was attempting the super shotgun though, so if Prox1mo just got one more shot, that could have been all the difference, but Rynir once again is going to prevail. And this Ranger picking himself one champion up already. Prox1mo back to the wall. He could get just completely swept 3 rounds straight.
Potentially. I mean, bear in mind, Blood Run was picked by Rynir. This was his map choice. You can see why. Clearly a map he's comfortable with, but the reaction, Prox1mo ready, lying in wait, reacting to the teleport of that Dire Orb, and again, a really good respawn though from Prox1mo. We're seeing a lot of players just sort of sit there and wait, and if they catch that spawn, it's almost like a free rail every time.
Especially when they don't spawn with the weapons, and he's going to get taken down. Prox1mo starting this comeback. If he can take out this next, he'll put a round on the board. And won't be 1 round away from tying things up already. Let's not forget Prox1mo is in the lead. This would have been a map that was chosen by Rynir. And looking, I mean, this must be why he picked it, right? He seems very confident on it. Now there's going to be another fight near the Mega, and a trade out, but that was definitely a trade in favor of Prox1mo because he had that champion advantage, and now I think that's just a momentum round. He needed that one, and we might see a 3-round sweep. We'll see. He's going to have to do it, otherwise we're going to be tied up 1 apiece. I mean, to be fair, it would give. I do believe we don't have the the one map per set rule, so we would be able to have the option to see Corrupted keep again. But Prox1mo doesn't want to necessarily bring it to that. He wants to end this now and make it a 2-0.
Either way, Prox1mo going with Nyx first again. Very traditional.
Rynir. Oh, the Ghost Walk is popped early. And Rynir wants nothing to do with it. He's just popping away just in case we see it used aggressively. We see that quite often though from Nyx players, using that Ghost Walk to almost assassinate, to get really close. There's that quick snap to rail.
That was
Rynir.
Really nice reaction on that rail. Fantastic shot. Just really sort of denying with the rocket. Trying to take the heavy armor safely, and bear in mind, yeah, Prox1mo is nowhere near close enough. In this stage, Rynir is definitely a little bit more dangerous. He's got so much more armor to work with.
Quite far away from each other though, so it could be quite a while before we see a skirmish. Or we can hear it.
Yeah, he's heard it. Can he hear it behind?
He's trying to get a read on where she is. Can hear those footsteps, just trying to figure out where they're coming from.
Yeah, he knows he's underground now. He's going to take that heavy armor.
What a read. Catches this follow-up. Lightning gun damage really starting to add up. The Ghost Walk is popped again.
Oh, and he's used it aggressively. He sees him reappear. He knows he can go in. He's going in for the chase. Does get Prox1mo. And that teleport to Dire Orb was such a nice, almost like insurance policy. If he stays there, I can teleport. If he's attacked me, I can just shoot him anyway. Covering almost 2 distances at once. The strength of Ranger on a map like this.
Oh, Rocket's not going to hit. Prox1mo able to secure the Mega Health.
Definitely needed to do that as well. Then again, they're going to trade it again, but he catches him off guard. 20 HP's not much, but again, misses the rail. Prox1mo with the misses again. Almost kind of returning to haunt him, I think.
Indeed, but once again, I mean, both these guys really sort of resetting it back to this really slow, cautious in between.
Relatively even health. Even though Prox1mo did just collect the regular armor.
Oh, that direct from that range.
Oh,
wow.
He's got 1 HP as well, Rynir. This is such a fantastic map for him. He has consistently survived with a slither and just knows how to stay alive. The fights have been so good for him. All he has to do now is take out Visor, and he is going to tie it up 1-1, and Prox1mo will then have the option to choose map. But you know Prox1mo, he's not going to let it come to that. He wants to close things out. He wants that 2-0. But it's much harder for him this time. Absolutely.
I mean, that one champion Visor comeback. Not the character we see do it too often. Hits that rail. Oh, point dangerous. Oh, direct. Prox1mo able to make that Dire Orb not quite connect. So it's a little bit of a lifeline here. Heavy armor going to get it, but very low on health. And there's the piercing sight. He knows where he is.
And he knows he's going to be weak as well. Yes, he's got the heavy armor, but he's not going to be up to full just yet.
Mega health up soon, though. So if Prox1mo can start to control this. Oh, misses the rail. That could be huge.
Bear in mind, though, you definitely can't count Prox1mo out. Plenty of rockets, plenty of that lightning gun, plenty of rails.
Yeah, we do see comebacks all the time. There's a rocket. No, it doesn't connect. Nailgun doing so much damage. And there we go. The prediction rocket now, just like that, evens things up in what could be the final round. But Prox1mo wants to take this one and bring it back to an even playing field.
Prox1mo used that piercing sight, knowing exactly where Rynir is going to respawn now. If he can catch him early on, it's going to be fantastic for him. One of the strengths of Visor to really bully someone the second they spawn, because he knows exactly where they are.
Mega health coming up, there's the aggression.
Gets tagged by rail, but then gets the mega health. But again, a bit not wanting to push it in too hard. He just took a big rocket right there. No wonder he's retreating.
Oh, the heavy armor's up. Now we're going to see there's the fight. Oh, that rail! Rynir missing it. Oh, he misses. That could be clutch.
I think he's actually trying to stay. I think he's expecting Rynir to maybe go in for the armor. He makes the risk, takes loads of damage. He's only on 6. Quite risky actually going in for that heavy armor. Rynir just stayed and waited.
He gets it. Oh, but no, Rynir wasn't there to sort of challenge him, so he goes from no health whatsoever to pretty much full again.
Yeah, I mean, he's lost all of his armor, but Prox1mo surviving. It's so close at that heavy armor exchange. I was so surprised to see Prox1mo fight for it, but he did get it, and it's paid off.
I mean, he was very low. There was a bit of an all-in play there, but just that 30 seconds away from overtime. Not just going to really matter too much when there's one kill in it anyway. Oh, he goes for a lightning gun tracking. Oh, and the miss, the rail. That could have been everything to end the game. Or the round, I should say.
The invisibility to just go straight through that rail at the last minute, but he got such a good read. He knew Rynir was going to take it, and when he did he managed to grab it. It wasn't enough to finish the job, and now he's been caught off guard, and there we go. Prox1mo gets another rocket, and it's 2 rounds each.
A full comeback with Visor of all champions. Wonderfully played.
This could be the final round, Mustard.
It could be. I mean, Prox1mo's worked hard for it. I mean, those first 2 rounds were very convincing, but he's just dragging this match, kicking and screaming back into his favor.
Immediately going actually for the prediction. Very brave play by Prox1mo,
not going in the rockets, but the rail is going to be good.
I think that's actually quite a very bold decision to go straight for the heavy armor read and then get the mega health later. I think he opted to go for the early damage rather than trying to waste that half a second getting the mega health and letting him get away. But again, Nyx versus Ranger. Ranger's definitely going to have the cooldown advantage here. I believe it's like 40 seconds or so for the Ghost Walk and 20 for Diral. Pretty much exactly half.
Both heavy armor and mega health coming up at the same time. The armor goes towards, oh, that rail though to turn it back. But walks straight back into the mega health, so still alive.
Actually teleports to it. Takes a big rail right there. Prox1mo, the important thing is that he himself has not been hit just yet. Still, nice amount of health. Does get armor on deck too. These light champions getting armor is so important. Making sure they don't get wiped out by a single rail.
Oh, Ghost Walk.
Yeah, maybe using it aggressively. But
maybe he just tried to catch him out somewhere, but unfortunately for him, Rynir was nowhere to be seen.
Here comes the heavy armor, but we've seen the damage. Almost trying to bait some rockets. Gets it anyway, but takes not a huge amount of damage, to be honest. 40 and then 19, definitely could have been more.
Well, especially considering how fast these guys, we've seen they can top themselves up. They know where those armor pickups are. They know where the nearest health is. Oh, that, wow. You look at just like that, how fast that health can disappear if those rails are good.
Rynir's rails have been on point, but it's not been enough to finish it. I think that's the overarching problem he's had.
Up for 5 seconds, this could be dangerous.
That's gone for 5 seconds. He's having to sit here, but sitting in the corner. Hasn't caught sight of him. Rynir does not know he's there, but at the last minute does find out. I think Prox1mo sitting by that heavy armor was a bit of a mistake. 5 seconds is a long time to wait.
Let's get there. Prox1mo seems to do the comeback. So we know doesn't want to put that.
Oh, midair!
Make it that hard for himself this early on. Knows that he's done a ton of damage.
Oh, he's caught him. He's going to head him off. Really looking to meet him in front. Gets the lightning gun. Can he close this one out? Goes in for the die roll. Doesn't teleport towards it. Being aggressive, but gets Prox1mo anyway. And now that's a lot of health left. And he's going to get heavy armor if he gets a good spawn on Prox1mo. Bear in mind, he's going to have piercing sight. He's going to be able to try and almost evade while he stacks.
These guys are just forcing their opponent to make these really tough comebacks round after round. But he's not going to let him this time. And we go into a third map.
That was very almost a complete 3-round comeback. It would have been superb, but at that last minute, just getting that really early frag in that exchange, I just think he did a good job of staying alive. Nyx on this map is free to basically go wherever she wants. Prox1mo immediately with fantastic movement, but does fumble his wall jump. Either that or he was trying to get the heavy armor anyway, but some really nice nails.
Trying to go for the heavy armor in the situation, you know, want to secure those as soon as possible, especially considering Rynir, we can see he's already got over that mega health.
Now, this is what Nyx is going to do a really good job of. Really sort of controlling that high ground. Does manage to sort of like keep him away with the rocket. Trying to almost head him off from behind. There we go, he's caught him. And just like that, this is why Nyx is so effective on Blood Covenant. Going completely around the back end. Rynir was not ready for that. Hang on, the aggressive Ghost Walk. We might see a frag here.
Oh, just gets the heavy armor just in time.
He's trying to juke it. Hang on a minute, he's doing so much damage with the rocket and he can barely get away. 5 HP. That was almost a disaster situation for Prox1mo.
Outgunned through the machine gun though. I believe that was machine guns, not nails, right?
Yeah, definitely looked like a regular machine gun there.
This big wish though has himself the heavy machine gun. Instead being somewhat impactful in certain situations, but gets himself a big rocket there. But Prox1mo's got to be careful. He will get railed in one shot here.
I think against the Nyx as agile as this, Rynir is going to have to make sure that he is landing these rails as often as possible. You do not want to give her that room to run around, and if you rail her before she gets in, she's going to be forced to always play that defensive game. But hang on, going in with the LG. Not much health, Rynir very weak, and the rocket does it. Even a 16 damage rocket finishes that deal and has now forced him onto Visor already.
Unfortunately, he was so close to the armor, you know, he was looking to pick those up, but Visor, not a huge surprise. Visor being very effective versus Nyx, that piercing sight not letting her run away. But who says she wants to run away if she's got that advantage? And look how low he is. Actually applies to both of them so far. Very weak.
I mean, he's been able to get the heavy armor, but he's still unbelievably low on HP.
Does have to ghost walk though, so he can get away. Question is Rynir going to be popping his piercing sight in retaliation?
Just see the speed of how fast Nyx controls this upper ground on Blood Covenant.
If you've got those wall jumps on deck, she can get around quite quick, and all those key pickups, like the rocket launcher, the rail, the heavy armor, mega health, quickly get between all of them if you've got the right movement.
Yeah, you know, Prox1mo was listening out for that piercing sight. The second he heard it, he turned around immediately, knowing Rynir was behind him, lying in wait. Speaking of which, piercing sight has ran out, so he hasn't seen him go for the ghost walk.
Nice shot. He's going to chase this one down. Walks straight into a rocket, though. Eats a ton of damage for his troubles. But he's going to be able to pick up the mega health to keep himself nice and topped up, followed by some armor. So just like that, despite taking down so low from the rocket, instantly back to full resources.
Definitely was not the end of the world, though. Getting hit by that rocket and going towards the mega health that was absolutely free for him. All it's really going to do is waste time. Both players respectable health and armor. Speaking of which, all armor, yeah, deleted by the rail.
Oh, we can hear the piercing sight's been used. Rynir's looking for him.
And he's heard him, trying to be really fast with his movement, so it was actually going to be very hard to go for a predictive rocket.
All he has to do, it's a fully charged rail, though. 90 damage on that one. Just like that, Rynir's taking down super low.
He's been forced to run, expecting him around the corner, but not quite. But he is still very weak. Prox1mo with a little bit of armor left can afford to take just one rocket, maybe one rail.
Rocket jump just to try and get that prediction of where he's going to be. Oh, we can see him down. That rail misses, but gives away his position completely. Eats a rail in the bum. Can he follow it up?
Oh, walks into another rail, but again, both players so weak, even though Prox1mo is the one that's on the chase. With the exception of this mega health. At any point, if Rynir sort of caught him with one high damage rocket, Prox1mo was going to be in trouble.
Heavy armor once again being secured by Prox1mo, making Rynir just that much more frustrated, I suppose, at dealing with her.
Well, 1 minute warning. All Prox1mo has to do now is stay alive 1 extra minute. With this 1 minute countdown, it's likely Rynir's only going to get one more use of piercing sight before that no longer becomes an issue, because the cooldown is just too long. Here come the rails. If he can get this fight, it's going to make it way harder. If he can frag Rynir here, it might be good, but hang on, he's stuck in the air. He needs to get hit by one more rocket, misses a rail, and gets punished by Prox1mo's rail in return. And now
that is something we see over and over and over again. When it comes down to that clutch final shot with the rail, if Prox1mo missed that, he would have been dead for sure. But getting it has given him this true champion lead, and Rynir very low. This is going to be an almost impossible comeback. 20 seconds left to even things out, and very low on health. Rynir, no choice but to try and take that frag, and Prox1mo is going to make him suffer the consequences.
Really wasn't much he could do there, you know, and also got stopwatch in between the rounds. That was pretty cool. But I think there really wasn't much Rynir could do at that last minute. He had to push in. He had to try and make sure he could win that fight, get a frag on board, and then as soon as physically possible, try and even out the champion count, because at that stage it was very hard to come back. But Prox1mo now 1 round up. Both players going in for Nyx first now. I think Rynir needs to compete with not only the mobility, but the survivability. If you get caught in these catacombs down at the bottom, or a situation where you don't want to take a single rail and you're not free to it, that goes
plus we're already seeing just how stable it can be if you've got Nyx first. And once again, that nice wall jump. I mean, this is what you pick her for, right? Just being able to control up. All catches are on the jump pad and then swaps to the rail, but once again, Rynir, almost no health surviving with.
Yeah, he's in big trouble now. Even with that health and armor, bear in mind he's going to get access to the mega. No doubt Prox1mo now knows he's collected it.
Oh, hits him with a rail again. Rynir ready to return fire, but Prox1mo just seems to be the one on the hunt constantly.
I think that's been the case of this entire map. Prox1mo has been so aggressive. He's very rarely given Rynir room to breathe. very hard for Rynir to recover from this.
Nice rail read from Rynir that he's going to come around the corner. Misses the follow-out rail though.
Misses them both.
He lets him live. To the point they actually got heavy armor.
Yeah.
And is now once again able to get on the aggressive.
He's landing those rails when the health is plentiful, when he can afford to take them. But when the rail is guaranteed, he's missing them at the last moment so consistently.
And man, easier said than done. Nyx, such a small target to hit, very mobile, kind of all over the place.
I believe Nyx actually does have, I think she has the smallest hitbox in the game of any of the champions.
You can see these sort of like cross-map rails seem a little bit more difficult on her.
Health and armor very even. That will certainly change in 4 seconds when the mega health comes back. Prox1mo looking to be the closest to it. No doubt he's going to take that.
Rynir nowhere near. Unfortunately for Rynir, heavy armor quite a way away from respawning itself. We see Prox1mo start to control them both.
The prediction rockets. Prox1mo goes straight into it, but taking minimal damage. Here comes another fight. Does see the blue trail, knowing he's gone in for the ghost walk. Heard the jump pad as well. The aggressive ghost
kill. Oh, he misses the rail once again. That final snap to rail just isn't going to connect this time.
He's heard the jump pad though, he knows where he is. Gets caught on the jump pad so he can't control his movement. Does not matter though, still gets a bunch of damage. Rynir forced to run and is getting away really effectively actually. Didn't take a single rail escaping there. Normally,
Prox1mo would take the mega health though, even though he missed the kill. Still controlling these power-ups, and again, Rynir, no health left at all. He's predicting he's going to try and pick these up, and he gets right on that read, and Prox1mo finds himself with the first blood of the second round.
Really good for him that he was actually finally able to finish it too. Consistently was landing those rails, and both players getting away with just a slither of health left. But not this time.
That rocket out just to cover his tracks, trading rail for rail, but you know, Prox1mo just doesn't have that health to tank it.
I think he knows that too. Trying to almost head him off, while at the same time he's going to have access to the armor.
Yeah, he would have had the jump pad. You saw Rynir turn around there.
But at the same time, you saw Prox1mo go for the jump pad and actually completely retreat backwards. Doesn't want to take any of that sort of predictive rockets. Especially when you hear a jump pad, you know kind of roughly how long it's going to take for them to land, where they're roughly going to land.
So Prox1mo, you see him sort of crawling around, crouching down, trying not to be too loud with his footsteps. Doesn't want to give away his position too obviously. Especially when Rynir, we can see he is fully stacked on health. He just picked up the mega health as well, and armor. Very healthy boy.
Well, oh, that was a really nice rail. Being really aggressive, actually. With 17 health, can't take a huge amount. Can he get him before? No, he can't. And eats a rail for his troubles. I was just about to say, when Prox1mo has the champion lead, he tends to play very passively. To the point where when the 1 minute warning happens, he almost plays on the potential impatientness of Rynir. But that last minute, confidently he's going to go in. But unfortunately, he's getting punished big time. Rynir as well. He's in big trouble. He has barely armor or health left.
Yeah, plenty of pickups around as well for Rynir, including the mega health that he is going to secure with ease. 50 seconds left on this round alone. Prox1mo like a severe disadvantage at the moment.
45 seconds, and it's going to come down to one champion to do it. Now, sometimes you'll see both players be very passive here, and they'll almost wait out that sudden death and play that one champion game. Or right now, when there's 30 seconds left, they try and take the other off guard, you know, and catch that champion unexpectedly. Speaking of which, Prox1mo actually cannot afford to take a single rail. Very fortunate for him that one missed, because that would have been it.
Indeed, 15 seconds remaining before sudden death is procced. But at the moment, Rynir looks like he's in the complete driver's seat. Going to pick up this heavy armor as well. We can see Prox1mo is nowhere near to contest it. So another free pickup going the way of Rynir. Oh, however though, 2 rails will say otherwise. Prox1mo wouldn't get enough health, just evened out.
Yeah, those rails did a good job of just kind of undoing the heavy armor that Rynir just collected. And once again, we're in sudden death, so it's going to be one champion to take this round. Prox1mo on the verge of going up 1 round again. Match point against Rynir if he wins this round. Rynir, though, really needs it.
And there's the read right. Does he teleport? Does he not? Oh, the lightning gun ever so slightly outranged. Did he go for the dual wield there?
Yes, he did. He tried going in for the dual wield, almost like on reaction to the teleport to catch him as he re-emerges, but he got no damage. And now it's going to be a long time before Blazkowicz has that again.
Okay, that teleporter. Nobody to save him though, quite low. Rynir able to get away. Dire Orb up any second now too.
Now the mega health just got taken by Prox1mo, so 8 seconds left on that heavy armor. I wonder if the Rynir is actually going to try and fight for it, or whether he's going to let it rock.
Oh, that one's going to connect. Oh, second one will not. Third one will.
Yep, he has to
Again,
get out.
trading shot for shot. Rynir once again finds himself low on health.
But look how fast Prox1mo's going as well. He was going for the chase, but just a bit too far away, I think. Hang on, he's caught him. He goes in for the die roll. Can he finish it on this? Very bold decision. Oh, the rails, they keep missing. Prox1mo is so weak. 20 seconds on that Mega Health as well. Prox1mo has nowhere to run, but he's fighting back. Oh, he's gone in for the dual wield, but I think using it just almost defensively as he retreats. Rynir again missing those crucial last-minute shots from Prox1mo just like that. Stacked back up again. He may kick himself if he loses this round because of that.
But let's not forget, this is sudden death. Oh, and he not only misses the follow-up, but Prox1mo is quicker on the draw and rails him straight in the face, taking that round back. Prox1mo 2-0 up on that kind of play when he was almost guaranteed dead. He was just faster.
Prox1mo on match point. I mean, like we were just saying, this could be a this is no doubt, I know speak of the obvious, but a very important round for both players. The final round, potentially Rynir going back in for Ranger for his first pick.
Once again, though, you can see how important it is to have the armor up, especially when Rynir's hitting as many rails as he is. Although the more sort of like stressful, I think, the more pressure that starts to add up in these rounds, the less rails he is hitting.
Still being careful. I mean, he heard the jump pad get used, but that doesn't necessarily mean that Rynir's going to commit. He could have easily just jumped back down there.
Mega health up though, so Prox1mo's going to be able to pick that up. Yeah, Rynir sees him take it, hits a rail, but Mega health is going to sponge all of it.
Well, the dangerous thing here is that Prox1mo does not actually have his rail yet, so at that range, he's not going to be able to fight back. Rynir has that advantage from far distances, catches him, and before he goes in for the Ghost Walk, still takes the damage anyway. 50 HP, that's not going to be enough to survive anything. Anything substantial, I should say.
Oh, that rocket's going to connect though, doesn't have the Ghost Walk to save himself.
At this stage, heavy armor and Mega Health both spawn. Catches him going for it, but just how fast he's going. That's a free pickup regardless of rail or not. Rynir's looking to sort of maybe...
Okay, there we go. Now he's got himself a rail. Quite hard to do so, a minute and a half without it, but still going to connect. Mega health, just going the way of Rynir.
It's a very slippery game plan that we're seeing Prox1mo go for. Hang on, he actually missed the rail, so he's a bit subjective to that free damage, but again, has the Ghost Walk available, using it to try and get out of there.
Oh, 72. Oh, the rail leaves him with 2 life, but heavy armor is there to save the day.
That is just when you have just slightly above the health required, surviving with that little bit of life left. When it's a rail you've tanked, it doesn't matter.
Oh my lord, precise direct rocket from that range. Prox1mo with that read, and Rynir knocked off his Ranger again. It did take 2 minutes for that to happen though, so clock's starting to work against Rynir now, but does have his visor.
Well, we have seen Prox1mo, when he knows he's one champion up, his game plan becomes a lot more slow. Like, just not really overextending too much, really not giving Rynir any signs of where he is when he hasn't got Piercing Sight activated. And he really plays on that clock. He plays on the pressure that just builds up. If you are one champion down, or sometimes 2, smells blood though, catches up for the chase. Going in for the LG, it's not going to be enough.
You can see him trying everything he can to get away though, but I mean, it's Nyx. You're trying to run away from someone that is just so fast, picking up every health on the way, but it is not enough. Rynir tried to fight back at the end, but it was too little, too late. And there we go, down to this Nyx, this lone champion, standing in between. Prox1mo winning, and Rynir making this, or starting this comeback, I should say, because even if he wins this round, he still has to get 3 in a row.
It's definitely a big ask. Oh, we heard the jump pad, but obviously she was in ghost mode, so we can't see Rynir looking to use it aggressively. However, didn't really get a huge amount off it, but now catches a rocket, catches 2! Tries to go invisible for the 3rd hit, but doesn't need it. Prox1mo moves on in the bracket for week 2.